I think it is time to shine here. Hello, everybody. Let's see here. You can call me Sihone. I've already kind of started up this world. I was planning on doing the first bit of it as a video. I'm still might. Oh, that thunder. Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can sleep it off. Okay, that should be a lot better. Let's see. Did we get rid of the rain? We did. Awesome. Yes. So, I am planning on maybe making some videos around this, but I also thought live streaming would be a great way to, I don't know, just have fun and kind of explore the pack and answer questions and just give this mod pack a good run for its money. So just to kind of catch some people up, maybe we can pull out a map, just kind of see where we have explored. We started over here. I introduced some content creators right here. I drove a boat from here all the way down the river, showed off some of the things, and lots of shenanigans happened around here. If you wanted to check out like Dr. Birdu's stream, he probably will have the video of that experience. And we just all kind of explored what way in which to find where our bases would be set up. We ended up finding a village right here, and Birdu's setting up his little base right here. But I decided to set up my base right here. We're going to make sort of like this Magikarp themed Cape Town. The thing is, I'm not a good builder. So we're definitely going to be learning some things here and there. With the chartering map via Romana mod, we have connected a road. I'll even just show you guys. I connected a road so that way I can visit my neighbor, Dr. Birdu, whenever he's around, and I'll show you what that looks like. So Via Romana is such an awesome mod. Usually a lot of mod packs have like waystones, which are cool, but this one allows you, like, it forces you to be boots on the ground. So you can create, do I have the map on me right now? I'm pretty sure, yes. Okay, so basically if there is a road block, like a road type block, that could be wooden planks, it could be cobblestone, could even be over the water, you can start chartering a map. And once you've chartered a map, or a route, then you can place down a sign next to that road. You can see this is a road that I've already made, and you can make some like little waypoints. So if I wanted to go to Birdbath Village, this mod pack is Freedom Frontiers. This is a mod pack that I myself and some friends have helped along the way have created. So yeah, a lot of fun. You should check it out. I probably should put a link to the pack in the description. That probably would be nice. But if you look up Freedom Frontiers on Modrinth, that should pop up pretty quick. So we are here at the Birdbath Village, as Birdu wanted to put it. We can probably just check out his starting base up here. I just want to see what he's been up to. Gonna do some jumping. I don't know if I did this or if he started making a road, but basically, like, if you're trying to chart a road, you can't do it on grass blocks, but you can on like pathway blocks. So really makes you think about carving through the world. Let's check out his little base. So he's got a little something going on. This is cool. I'm not gonna steal his stuff, and I'm gonna let him show off anything special about this place on his own time. But we're definitely putting together a bit of a base setup here. All right, so let's make it our way back to our place, because I want to start working on planning out where everything's going to be. I'm not a very good planner, but we're going to try our best. A Sihone live stream? Yes, it is a Sihone live stream. Well, hopefully the one of many. Now, I do have a pasture. Did you get? Is this mine? Are you mine? I think you're mine. How did you get out? Here. Were you gonna make your way back into the pasture block area? Okay. Good job, my son. Now go. Get in. Come on. There we go. Yeah, so we have a pasture block here as well with some Pokemon inside. These Pokemon, depending on their type, will execute certain tasks around the pasture block. So grass types, I believe, will start harvesting fully grown crops, and they'll bring them back into this box here. So as you can see, they've harvested some potatoes and some carrots. And then we got bug types here they should be harvesting apricorns, but I think because they are flying around, they have gotten themselves lost. So if I can find a grounded bug type Pokemon, that probably would help a little bit more, unless I try and figure out how to block this area off. Yeah, Yanma, do your job. Let's see if I could push him in. Come on, get in. Are you stuck? Looks like you're kind of stuck. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on, let's go. Yo, hello. Yo, it's the friendly Kappa. Hello, friendly Kappa. Yeah, these guys aren't doing their job properly. We gotta fix that. Oh, an Eevee. Okay, I love that. Okay, let's what level is it? Level 12. I love me an Eevee. Let's try and see if we can capture it. Let's do this the safest way possible. Let's just actually do a battle instead of starting to hit it a couple times. Hi, Sihone. Hi, Kappas. How's it going? Oh no, I thought I had like I should have put like sleep powder on this thing. Stun spore is also great. So why don't we let's see if I can get away with this. I'm gonna stare at this Eevee. I'm gonna back away, hopefully get out of the battle. And now let's see, Shroomish should now have stun spore. Perfect. Guess we're gonna go into battle again. I'm gonna try and hit it with a stun spore. Okay, not too much damage on my end, so that's good. And we missed, of course. Oh, okay, that's even better. We got to sleep off on them. So we'll hit them with an absorb. See how low we can get them without actually taking them out. Oh, they're kind of tanky. That or Shroomish is just not a very powerful Pokemon right now. Hit them with another Mega Drain. Hopefully they don't get like poisoned or something from Shroomish's effect spore ability. But from here, okay, so if I press C, then I can start cycling through the Pokeballs that I've put into my Pokebelt. Let's see if I can show this off. Look at how stylish that's a weird angle, but my Pokebelt is. So we're gonna press C. I'm gonna see if we can like maybe chuck. I mean, Eevee's kind of a harder Pokemon to catch, so I might try and chuck it with a Great Ball. I normally use Leech Seed and Shroomish is the goat. I mean, I would use Leech Seed, but I'm also afraid that this Eevee would get taken out before I can capture it. Cool belt, yeah. I kind of have some sort of get up going with my Vaporeon backpack that I got off of the back of a enemy, and it's pretty cool. I don't think it has a special effect. Sometimes some of these backpacks do. Why don't I dye the belt? I didn't even know I could. That will be another task that I can put on the docket. Oh my goodness, this Eevee just does not want to get captured. Let's see. This is why I started with Great Balls here too, because this thing is just not staying in the ball. I don't know. What kind of Pokemon should we evolve Eevee into? I think Sylveon would be like an amazing fairy type to have early game. Although it will be pretty difficult to get Sylveon. What is it? I think it needs to have its no. Wait. Does it? I think it just needs to know a fairy type move. Right? Is there a friendship thing involved too? You can change the color and it changes the GUI, I believe. You can definitely give that a shot. I kind of want to, I definitely want to, I don't know what color I would make it, but what kind of dyes do I even have on me? I can make it blue. I think Lapis Lazuli acts as a dye. Sylveon top tier, but Glaceon could be valuable too. Maybe. There's not a lot of... I don't know if that... Well, okay. I see where you're going with this. Because Glaceon is an ice type. So if I'm ever in a situation where I need to cool off, I could send out Glaceon and not burn to death. Oh my goodness, this is going to take forever. You know, I think at this point, just in case, we are going to make ourselves a boat and make sure that this Eevee can't despawn. So there we go. Exactly. Yes. I knew where you were going with that, Silas. Oh wow, the EVs can help with the temperature mod. Yes. So if there is a fire type next to you or an ice type, they will either heat you up or cool you off. Alternatively, you can also get special armor, like wool armor. What's the leaf armor? I think it's called. These are just ways to kind of like make sure that you're not going to die during certain temperature areas, certain biomes. Oh, this Eevee is just not getting caught. That's insane. This Eevee is going to single-handedly take out every single Pokemon. Okay. For the time being, okay, if I don't catch it in this last Great Ball here that I missed, oh my goodness, stop it. I give up. Wow. I might just give up right now. There we go, I got him. Did we get it? Nope. Okay, I'm done. We'll come back to this Eevee because there's a lot to explore around here, and this is not the best use of my time. I bet I could get some like Ultra Balls or something at some point. Speaking of which, do I have any quests that I can complete here? I do. Okay, so speaking of course, I could have just gotten some Ultra Balls from my Hold Your Pokeballs quest. Let's see. Let's do some organization here. I don't really need those pickaxes. Hey, you find any of my structures yet? Professor Porker. Have I? I don't remember. No, I don't think on this world I've seen any of your structures yet, although they will pop up. I know that, whatchamacallit, Sky Pillar is probably very far from here. Oh, hello, Punchy. Oh yeah, I'm testing Punchy out too to see if there's going to be any lag issues that I was experiencing before, which I was basically almost the only one. No, don't give up. Don't give up on the EV. Well, now that I have an Ultra Ball here, let's see if I can heal up my Shroomish. We'll make things a little bit safer by making it daytime as well. But first I have to take out the zombie. I do end up finding the what is it? The primal battlegrounds structure a lot. That might be just from the settings that I need to tweak on my end. Just because there's like a lot of ocean in the first place, so it probably pops up more than it normally would in a playthrough. Oh, and I just also realized that I got a skill point here. Oh, I have lots of skill points. Okay. I've been putting in the work apparently. Okay, so we can get some apricorn yield. This just means that every time you manually harvest apricorns, you'll get 3 more than normal. I'll do the berries. Increase my ranger rank as well. And I kind of like the idea of being able to catch flying types quicker. So we will up our flying type catch rate. There's a lot of flying types in the beginning area too. I mean, there's going to be a lot of bug types obviously as well, but I feel like in this scenario, flying and rock are going to be more useful. I'll reduce the chances in the next update. I mean, maybe that's the thing with mod packs is it's hard to tell if it's the settings that the mod pack developer changed versus the intentional design of the mod itself. Because I have a mod that helps spacing out structures, and just the fact that there's a mod that adds so much ocean, so there's just more chances for ocean type stuff to spawn. But usually in basically every single world, I'll run into that structure within like a couple minutes. And it could be not even the mod's fault, but just settings that I need to tweak. I definitely want to work on getting some food. Food is a little bit more difficult in the early game to set up, but once you get going, you will usually be fine. So I'm gonna make some cooked potatoes here after depositing my Ultra Balls. Oh, they really want me to eat. Okay, so let's get ourselves some baked potatoes here shortly. Actually, good point. I need to keep this in mind with Kyogre. Yes, I'm actually very excited to see what you do with all of the Hoenn legendaries, because Hoenn is like I grew up with that region. I remember when I was like, how old was I? I was probably like 6 or 7, and my babysitter let me play her blue version, like the original blue, Pokemon version on the Game Boy Color. And I had a lot of fun with it. I think I had a Venusaur, and that was the only Pokemon that I trained. So by the time that I hit the Elite Four, I had like a level 83 Venusaur. I don't even know if I beat the Elite Four. Probably not, because I only had one really good Pokemon. I probably, I don't know, just small brained the whole game and just sat in a patch of grass battling Pokemon over and over with my Venusaur. But it was a good time. But Pokemon Ruby was my very first Pokemon game that I myself owned, that um I beat through the whole game, and it definitely had an impact. It's one of those things where when you're younger, you remember, maybe I didn't space out the water here correctly, but when you're younger, these the games that didn't have the best graphics to our standards back then, it just felt like it was the most epic thing ever. And then you go back and you're like, oh yeah, this is okay. But it still has a very special place in my heart. So if anybody does anything with Groudon, Kyogre, Rayquaza, any of those Pokemon, even the Lottie twins, it has a special place in my heart. So thank you, Professor Porker, for helping me relive my childhood. The first game I played was Gold, and I had a level 100 Feraligatr. Yeah, Silas knows exactly what it's like. I think in my Ruby version, I farmed the Elite Four, like the first Elite Four with my Blaziken, and I just kept losing over and over, but on purpose, so that way I could just train off of the Dark types with Blaziken and just hit them with Fighting type moves. So by the time that I actually was able to get through the whole Elite Four, I was basically one-shotting everything with my Blaziken for the most part. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with how many potatoes we're going to start making here. So let's start cooking. Do I have a fire type? I don't think I do. Fire type would be nice, but we can start cooking our potatoes. That way we don't have to worry about food for a little bit, hopefully. And then while that's cooking, maybe we'll give this Eevee a second shot. Maybe we can catch him now. I'm very glad that I didn't use Leech Seed on this thing. Okay, but we're definitely going to start off with Stun Spore, and we're going to actually hit them with Stun Spore this time. Watch. There we go. Let's see here. So we're going to go... I know that we can go Mega Drain here. Even a crit's going to keep us in a safe zone. Guys, I don't know if it's just me, but I'm starting to think Sihone really likes Froakie. Man, it's almost as if, like, I made Froakie, like, my brand, in a way. But yes, I do really like Froakie. I like Greninja a lot, too. I like Mega Greninja. I think they did a really good job with that one. I think it's cool. Mega Greninja is in the pack, too, so I can't wait till I get my hands on that. But yes, I mean, I have to represent Froakie, or else, who else is going to? Because Froakie is definitely not one of the coolest starters out of all time. Otherwise, I probably would have gone Torchic, because, I mean, for reasons previously stated. Man, this Eevee does not want to get caught. Is this a legendary Eevee? This boat is the hitbox of the boat's really not making this easy either. Okay, cool. We got the Eevee. after 1 billion tries. Just gonna heal up the Eevee. I like where you were going with the Glaceon thing, Silas, but considering I don't have an easy way of doing that, and I don't think I need to worry too much about cooling off in the early game, I think I'm going to aim for whatchamacallit, Sylveon. Let me look this up real quick. Let's see if I can find how to evolve. How to evolve into Sylveon. Definitely spelt that wrong. Raise its friendship level or affection level and have it known fairy type moves. Okay, yeah. I thought there was a friendship level thing going on. That might take a second. I wonder if I can... Let's see here. Soothe Bell. What does it cost for a Soothe Bell? That's not too bad. And I guess another thing that we can do too, if I don't think I set it up yet on the default pack, but if I press Y here, now they'll follow me pretty closely. And I think I can actually go like this too. Look at this guy, that's so cute. It even looks where I'm looking. Hello. Let's do a little head bopping. We need some like metal music going on. Yeah, so we'll see if we can raise Eevee's friendship level. I think just having it follow me closely should start raising its level pretty quick. And then if I wanted to get some sort of Soothe Bell action going, I think the thing that's holding me back at the moment would be wool. I don't know if you've looked at I was gonna say Hornet. I don't know if you've looked at Horrit's expanded megas at all, but they have a Mega Greninja Z, which is pretty cool. That does sound cool. And normally I would say, oh, I don't want any fake Mon type stuff in the pack, but I've actually, with how this pack is shaping up, I'm actually a little bit more inclined. Yeah, I got Eevee. That was my wife. I'm also a little bit more inclined to add sort of fake Mon type stuff. I've been looking at laser Mons, fake Mons, because the whole one of the bigger intentions of this pack is to bring Minecraft and Pokemon even closer than what Cobblemon has done, which that's their whole design philosophy with Cobblemon, which is integrating. It's not just slapping Pokemon onto Minecraft, it's making it feel like they're one and the same. So I believe it's Lasermons, but Lasermons has like Ender versions of some Pokemon, and just the idea of having that is pretty cool. I like that a lot. But for the time being, let's get our food. Let's get some hydration going. I definitely want to organize a bit, because I don't like how many random items I have. So we'll go like that. So I'm just going to try and dump as much stuff as I can here, because I want to grab all this wood and then put it in its own chest so I can worry about that later. Because we're going to be using a lot of wood for building in this area, I would imagine. So we will... Yeah, they have a lot of cool stuff. I really like Golurk's variants. I saw that. I think one of them there's like a bronze variant or copper Golurk, and then I think they have like what's it called? not rusted, but oxidized. So you can have either like a copper looking Golurk or a green tinted Golurk from the oxidation, which just creativity like that is its peak. Let's make sure that we're... Honestly, I don't play with fake mod packs. I mean, that's fair. If I were to add it, it would... any kind of fake mod, it would have to be very specific, and I probably would make it more endgame like. So I totally understand that not everybody is going to enjoy the fake mon aspect. It's not something that I would focus on either, as far as like fake mons go, but it's definitely an idea that I've been thinking in my head. Are they just cosmetic forms in the same sense as the Torterra trees thing? A couple of them might be, but there are some that introduces mega forms. So there's the reason why I like this one in particular is there are some variants of, I think, like Gardevoir and stuff that are end themes. So like actually Minecraft stuff. A lot of fake mon, what they'll do is they'll say, oh, this fake mon is from my made up region, but this one is like, this fake mon is if Pokemon actually grew up, if they like evolved in a Minecraft environment, which is pretty much on theme for what I'm going for. So it's definitely an idea that I'm throwing around. Okay, so let us, now that we've finally gotten some sort of resemblance of tidiness, let's see if I can get rid of some of this meat too. Don't ask me how I got this meat either, because I definitely got this meat in very ethical and non-violent ways from Pokemon. I mean, not from Pokemon. You don't know where I got them from. What else would be good on my journey? I probably want to start working on some more apricorns here real quick. I just want to set up stuff so that way things are happening while I'm planning this area. And then I can also organize how these apricorns are set up. So there's that. I'll just place this right here. I do plan on snipping these leaves and just kind of having a wall of leaves with apricorn, so it's just a little bit more condensed. But oh yeah, those the bug types are definitely doing their job. But to show off the skills, now that I've gotten the +3 in apricorns, there's 4 apricorns there. Whoa! I don't know if it changes the drop rates of the seeds themselves. I'm inclined to say that they don't. That is also okay. Now, from here, we have a pretty good setup of items. I do have a couple of diamonds from an excursion that I made. I did find a keystone, so eventually we can put together our first mega bracelet. But I just need to make sure that we don't have to go back and forth and keep running into roadblocks here. I just want to make sure I'm as prepared as I can be. So let's see. Let's try and plan this out a little bit. I have my pasture block area here. I'm thinking of expanding through this area, and let's see what's on the other side of this. Will this stream be saved? Yes, it will be. I will have this on up later. I might even try and make some videos out of these streams as well, depending on if the quality is good enough. But yeah, so we're gonna cut through here. So we're gonna need some shovels, and then we can start expanding around here. I'm not entirely sure what I want for the buildings around here, but I think we can brainstorm a little bit. So we will go over here and we're going to craft. Okay, so we have some shovels. Looks like. Do I have any shovels here? I don't, but I put that there. And we have some cobblestone. So I'm not going to waste too much iron on things like shovels, because I think cobblestone is just good enough. But we are going to be going through a lot of shovels in the course of this playthrough. So let's just carve out an area here. It's going to take a second, but we are here for the vibes. What's this button do? Engage with your audience. Oh, ooh, okay. So I can start a Q&A. I can start a poll. I think that's what Dr. Birdie was doing. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to start a poll. Do you know Dr. Birdie? Yes or no? Let's go with that one. How about that? Yes, buddy? I have a little tuxedo cat, and he is extremely vocal. He wants attention all the time, and he wants food all the time. Okay. Do I even want these blocks, granite blocks? Can I build all right with them? I've seen him somewhere in my recommended from time to time. Yeah. He's really good at putting together challenge videos, and every challenge video that I've been in with his videos, because I've been a part of them in the past, I've lost. I am the type of person who likes to pre-plan a lot of stuff. It's difficult. Like, streaming itself is going to be it's going to be it's going to help me be more sporadic. I don't know. This is exactly what I'm talking about. It's just it's going to help me develop some skills for sure. So when I'm put in an environment where I don't know what Pokemon type, because he does stuff like one types. So you randomly get a type, and then you have to go out and catch a bunch of that type, and then create some sort of team with it. That is not an environment that I thrive in at all. I like to make sure that I know what I'm in for, so I could plan ahead of time. And it's my greatest weakness, for sure. But it's good content, like it's fun. And he does a good job at putting it all together and making it fun to watch and be a part of. So definitely check him out. Let's see here. we come through here, and I'll kind of feather this out in a little bit, make it look a little bit more natural. Yes, buddy. Yeah. Just staring at me, meowing. And I definitely need lots of coal. I could make a charcoal, because there's an insane amount of wood around here. I'm a hoarder. Just like hoarding blocks. Okay, so where do we... Oh, and as far as structures, Porker, too, I love the research structures that you have. I think, is that one of them? It was one of the first structures we actually ran into. I think that might be one of them, if I remember. I don't want to run into those mobs, but I definitely think that it adds a lot of ambiance to the world. And then I should have an axe. Nice. Oh, another axe. I do. I need lots of axes too. Oh no, I can't cut down this second half. This is going to take a second. Y'all probably can see how I've gotten so much wood so quickly. Get closer, let me see. Okay, let me see if I can without attracting too much attention. Maybe eat a little bit. Oh no, that's not your structure. I probably will be able to get to one within this playthrough. What is that? I think this is just a well. I don't think it's anything that you put together, Porker. Yeah, it's just a well, unfortunately. Actually, in Birdu's live stream, Alette was there too. For anybody who knows AletteNet, it was the first structure that he ran to, and he got some. He got a couple items from it. People were jealous. Actually, I think someone in our playthrough caught a shiny Torterra from it. Oh, that sip had some Stantler pea in it. Whoa, 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 whoa. What? Okay, I'm running. I can't run. Hey, whoa, 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 whoa. Get away from me. Okay. Drillbert. Oh, what? No. Whoa. What the heck was that? Oh, okay. I can I can get through here, right? This is one way of doing it. Well, that happened. I'm gonna place that there as proof of my conquest that I fisted a zombie, punched a zombie. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that that might have been a custom mob from one of the mods that I have in there that kind of adds some more features to certain mobs. So like you can run up onto a zombie and it might, for example, be sitting down or sleeping or something like that. I think there's a chance that you can run into that, but that is the first time that I've run into it myself. So I think that's a rare occurrence, and it definitely caught me off guard. That is a perfect reminder to tell me that I should get a full set of armor. I just need some boots. Grab that. We should be able to sleep. Sleeping is a great idea. That way we don't have to worry about any of those mobs again. There we go. Let me see here. So we're going to cruise through here. I might even just kind of place some chests here and there. Yeah, see, so we have that skeleton in the back. It's just sitting down. That's an extra feature from one of the mods. I really liked the idea of that kind of immersion. Ooh, there's a teddy ursa there. Nice. I also could be working on filling out my Pokédex, but I would rather set up my base first. Just kind of have a good safe area. As you can see, these trees block out a lot of light. So it does make things a bit more complicated until I could light this whole area up. Oh, and there's little baby zombies too. I'm on fire. Maybe I need to focus on lighting this area up. Or at least taking out more trees. Oh my goodness, I'm already like really low. Okay, this skeleton's definitely going to get taken out before he can take me out if I just hold my shield up. Okay, so let us heal up just a little bit. Now let's see if we can cut down any more of these trees. Am I able to do anything? Okay, so some of these trees don't register with the tree chopping mod that I have. And sometimes it'll work if you like, I don't know, start chopping higher up, but none of these are actually, ooh, I almost looked at them. These smaller trees will definitely register. Oh, that's so many little lines on my face. This is gonna be a little funky, but I'm going to do this. Every once in a while, I will place down some chests. And this will be like the little deposits that I can pick up from here and there. I definitely might go quote-unquote shopping for a different tree cutting mod. Oh, that did... Oh! Yeah, I definitely want to, because this is not registering properly. I think because I cut down that one tree, it registered as this tree too. That's probably why some of these trees aren't getting cut down, because they're connected to other trees. I definitely need to change that somehow. Okay, let's test this theory. So this one isn't getting cut down properly. So if I go like this, okay, it didn't take that down. That's fine. Fine there. I just want to create a couple more clearings, that way I have a little bit more leeway with these mobs. By the way, check that wandering trader. I'm pretty sure there's a chance it may be one of mine. Oh no! Where is he? Hopefully he didn't despawn. Last I saw he was around here. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, there he is! Buy shop one. Is this one of yours, or is it just a random one? I don't see like a special map or anything like that. I think you were talking to me about that at one point. Let's see if I can cut down a couple more trees here. So it seems like these trees that... Can I cut it down from here? Where can I go? Okay. Seems like some of these trees that have these branches sort of jutting out right there sometimes get a little funky with registering as trees. Do I have another axe? I do not. Freedom Frontiers Deforestation Edition. Give me my axe back. No, not mine, sadly, but any that spawn regularly have a small chance to be one of mine because I feel like most people neglect them. Yeah, I think that's just the existential Minecraft problem, where Minecraft itself sometimes has these features that are kind of cool at first, but then you realize that they don't really do anything for you, so you just ignore them. So we make wandering villagers great again. I think that's the purpose that you're going for, Professor Porker. Although maybe I don't have to cut all these down. I think there's kind of something aesthetic about having these stumps as if it was all intentional. What else can I get rid of? I definitely don't need more saplings. We don't need more trees. Pickaxe is pretty much gone. So now that we sort of have an area going, and I'm gonna make it my way back home. Ooh, that's... everything is out to get me. Oh, I think that Geodude spawned because there's like a lot of granite blocks around. Could be wrong. This thing is just following me. That's... good luck with that, buddy. I'm the one with the 2 legs. I'm gonna work on purifying this water, because I don't want to get poisoned again, essentially. We hath started, technically. So we have some nice purified water. Now we can run again. Do you ever plan on adding more Cobblemon progression to the mod pack? I've been playing for a few days and haven't seen any trainers or gyms. Would be cool to have both survival and Cobblemon progression. I agree. I haven't been satisfied with the gym progression mods currently available. Because if I were to add that, it would just be, you know, kind of a knockoff of Cobbleverse in some ways. Because let's be honest, like when it comes to that kind of stuff, Cobbleverse is the king. And so I wanted to take this mod pack in a little bit of a different direction, and I wanted to more make it about the survival aspect, and like you come across it and there's something Minecraft related that has Pokemon in it. So if I were to go in that direction, I would probably do something more along the lines of, I've never played Sun and Moon, but there were like the island challenges. Like the totem, what were they called? Like the totem Pokemon or something like that. And I would want more like dungeon battles where you have to go through it, fight off Pokemon, fight off mobs, and then at the end there's sort of this boss challenge that you have to take a part of. And I'm not entirely sure how that would work as a progression thing yet, but I would want to make it an important part of the playthrough experience. So I don't think I would link it to the level cap system. I think one, that would get a little bit too messy, but there would be some sort of features that I would want the player to be able to unlock if they go through these challenges. If only we had someone who would take on the challenge of putting together dungeons and bosses. Man, whoever does that would be really cool. Let's purify a little bit more water before we go back to the grind here. And after I do a little bit more planning, I might go out and do some exploring just to break up the monotony of this, because I'm starting to get a little bored just cutting down trees. Maybe we can find some fun things to do. How's our inventory doing? Not great. So we'll drop off some of our logs. Which sounds amazing. Dropping off some logs. And don't need this dirt. Don't need the granite. Coarse dirt. Let's just drop off some of these random things. I might be able to upgrade my backpack too. What kind of backpack do I have? I have an iron one, and I think I picked up some gold, so I should be able to get some gold going as well. Don't leak that secret plan I told you a while ago. What secret plan? I have no idea what you're talking about. Wink. So we'll fire up some gold, and then while that's happening, yeah, I really like the survival aspect. It just kind of feels like Cobblemon is a bit tacked on. I think a trial chamber styled after the island trials in Sun and Moon could be extremely cool. I agree, 100%. As far as like the whole tacked on part, I can see how you feel about that. The goal was to make the Pokemon kind of feel more a part of the world first. Like that was my first goal, to make sure that Pokemon interacted with the world, and then I would build on that to make some things here and there that would be a little bit more traditional Pokemon stuff, but I'm very I'm very particular when it comes to that. There's like a battle tower that you can fight trainers with. Even that isn't exactly what I'm looking for, but that's fine. There's plenty of room to grow for this pack, and that's what I like about this experience too. There's so much that I can do with this, and I'm very excited to see even some of the ideas the community has put in our Discord channel have been just fire. I've been having a lot of fun seeing what people's opinions are and what kind of ideas they have. So at the end of the day, like, I know what I want to do with the pack, but because other people don't know what's going to happen with the pack, they kind of have certain expectations. And either I meet those expectations, or they aren't the direction that I want to go with the pack. Because again, I'm trying to make this a unique experience. I don't want this to just turn into a knockoff like Cobbleverse, because for whatever reason, and I understand it why, but every video that I've made on this pack that I've made, there's at least 2 or 3 comments that say, "Oh, what's better, this or Cobbleverse?" And really, I don't want it to be pit against Cobbleverse. I want it to be just a different experience. You get different things out of different packs. I think I had another shovel. I have plenty of shovels, so I'm just gonna leave that be. Yeah, this pack is a lot of fun. I love the survival aspect. I can't wait to see it grow and evolve. Me too. I have a couple updates planned. As far as like the extra features and stuff with dungeons, there's just not a lot at the moment out there, and I'm not a coder, so I can't do it myself. If I could, I would. So I'm just a lot of this is just waiting on the good graces of more talented designers than I. And I think with Cobblemon 1.8 coming out, hopefully soon, more and more developers will feel confident about putting their ideas out there again. I think that there comes a time where there's just a little bit of a lull. People wait, like developers waiting because they don't want to spend too much time working on something and then realize that something in the 1.8 update that they didn't foresee changed things. So I understand why things sometimes slow down. I'm not entirely sure what I'm trying to do with these roads. I'm just kind of vibing with it. And we can also just turn these roads into actual routes in the future too. Okay. I'm liking the vibe of this. I think we can start building like a little village, I guess. A little Cape Town village. And maybe I can try my hand at making a Magikarp statue or something. I'm a little nervous when it comes to actually trying and building. I'm probably gonna have to look up some tutorials and stuff and get some inspiration. And you know what? I think for the time being, I'm going to stop building this area. And I'm going to try and decide what I want to do next. If I should do some exploring or if I should do some capturing, fill up my Pokédex, maybe get a level or 2. Although, you know, if I'm wondering what I should do next, I probably should just check out the quests and see if I can knock out some of these quests as well. Because that's going to be, in the beginning, the fastest way to level up my Ranger rank. Put this stuff away. Put this in our Pokebelt. Speaking of which, our gold ingot should be good. So now we can upgrade our backpack. And we're going to need some leather for that. How much leather do I have? I have some leather. Okay, so I need a crafting upgrade from what I remember. Crafting upgrade. And what do I need from that? Oh, no, I just need, it's not a crafting upgrade, it's just an upgrade. So I need some string. How much string do I have on me? Do I have any string? I have plenty of string. Amazing. So we have that. I want a gold upgrade. Do I have one more leather or do I use my only leather? Okay, so now that I don't have leather, I can cook up some rotten flesh. Boom. Place that in there. I have my Vaporeon backpack and leather. And now we have upgraded to the gold tier. Oh yeah, now we're cooking. Let's see what we get from this quest. Relic coins and some EXP. So here's probably something that we could get accomplished today that I'm pretty excited about. Let's try and make our first ship. Now, these aren't boats. These are actual ships, and you're going to see soon why this is pretty cool. So if I'm going to travel to other islands to find new Pokemon, I'll need a reliable way of transporting my equipment. I should craft a ship. I'll need lots of kelp to make slime balls, which will help me build sails. Sails. Okay, I need to change that. To unfurl the sails of a ship, press V. By holding forward or backward, you can control how open the sails are. You can also store items in ships by crouch right-clicking. And finally, you can use a chartering map to create a fast travel route over the water while sailing. So we need to craft some slime balls using kelp, which is a custom crafting recipe that I implemented, and then craft some sails themselves with these slime balls. So let's sleep. Let's get some kelp, which with so much water around us should be pretty easy to accomplish. Let's hop in the water, take a little dip. Make sure we don't die from not having enough air. Okay, and then we'll go here. Grab ourselves some kelp. And then the crafting recipe for slime balls, I don't remember if I put it as that or... Okay, so you need a full crafting table for kelp. Which I think is a fair trade-off, considering that slime balls are traditionally only gotten from slimes. I think it would be fair to need to work for it. Just a little bit. How much? 32. That should be enough, but we'll get some more just in case. Flipping out a little bit. As you can see, the water here is a little bit chilly, so I have to be careful. I also have to be careful because some of these Pokemon might attack me as well. So if I stay in this water long enough, I will start taking damage from the temperature, which I can offset by either having like a fire type Pokemon out, which I don't think fire types necessarily would like being in water. But I can also get some wool armor as well, which does not provide nearly as much protection as iron armor. But you don't need protecting if you're dead. So let's come over here. Now if I place this in here, I should start getting some slime balls. Wow. I think it's a nice quality of life to have that crafting recipe in the first place, because one, I mean, I guess kelp is slimy, and two, I mean, slime balls in general are just really useful. So what do we need to do to make some sails? Oh, we're going to need white, any kind of wool, actually, which is a perfect reason to go out and do some exploring and capturing some Pokemon. So before that, let's set up ourselves some Pokeballs. We're gonna need some copper. And I'm gonna come over here and grab some apricorns. Craft ourselves some Pokeballs. Let's see how well they've been collecting. It's well enough. It's respectable. I don't think I'm... Well, okay, so I could make some great balls, right? At the very least. What am I missing? I'm not missing anything, right? I can just take that, yeah, okay. Might have been a server side thing. So we got some great balls. Now we're still missing some more blue apricorns. So what if we picked up a couple more blue apricorns? I bet there's some hanging around on the back side here. Yep. And if we come across yellow apricorns and black apricorns, we can start putting together some ultra balls, I believe. Because like if we... Do they need white as well? I think they need white. No, they just need black and gold. Black, gold, and yellow. Okay, so while that's doing that, real quick, I want to make this a little bit more efficient here. And maybe blocking off this area too will prevent the flying bug Pokemon from venturing too far too. So just for the time being, we're just going to place a couple of these here. Oop. Because now, you can at the very least, like, just place that there. And then we have, I thought we had some more seeds. I thought I had like a red or something around here. I don't, might be dropped around. Let's do this. Okay, so hopefully that will be a little bit better in the future. For the time being, we're going to, let's see if we can craft great balls. We can. And we're going to put that in our pouch. And apparently we can dye our pouch, our Pokebelt. So let's see if we can do this. This is what the Pokebelt looks like in my hand. And okay, so I can't do it with lapis. Can I just make it like that? Okay, that's why. Blue. Oh! Okay, so that's what it looks like in my hand. That's pretty cool. So if I were to equip it, oh, Silas was right. Okay, that's cool. I like that a lot. This is my Great Ball Pokebelt, apparently. And it's raining. Okay. Definitely want that in our inventory. We'll grab our Poke Finder so that way we can find Pokemon a little bit easier. Can I? Pokemon properties. If I type in water, does that mean only water types will pop up on this radar? No. If I do water type? No. Did I even add it? Labels. Water? Type? No. Ooh. Okay. Well, at the very least, we will be able to easily find some Pokemon with this Pokefinder. And we're going to want to make our way to sort of a field area and hopefully run into maybe some Wooloos. I'm going to turn down the weather a little bit. And hopefully run into some Wooloos or even some Mareeps, because those will allow us to get a decent amount of wool, which we will need for sales. Oh, I already see a Mareep. If I hit this with a diamond sword, it's going to survive, right? Yes. I might pick up, even if I see more and more Mareeps, I might still pick up more and more of them, because I definitely want that wool generation. Very nice. And a cool thing about Pokebelts, too, is the more Pokemon that you fill out in your Pokedex, the more Pokeballs that you can hold in your Pokebelt. Oh, there's a Pillager. Right next to a Wooloo. Right next to some black Capricorns. Oh, that's like, that's not a Pillager, that's like an Evoker or something like that. So let's not run into that guy as of right now. Let's see if we can sneak up and get this Wooloo real quick. Please don't see me. Okay, we're gonna be extra sneaky. We're gonna do a little army crawl and make sure that he doesn't see us. Froakie, get to your ball. Hurry. Was there another one? Oh, I have to be very careful here. He's right there. If I can just get... Oh, did he hear me? If I can just get one apricorn seed from this tree, then we will be good. He still hasn't seen me. I think because it's raining, it's a little bit more difficult for mobs to see you, which is good. But I also just really don't want to test that theory. So I think for now we can start... Well, maybe I'll borrow a Birdoo's bed for a second. Or actually, I think I have a sleeping bag in my... I do. Okay, so if I set that up, I can just turn it into daytime. And I see a Mareep right over there, too. I think we're just going to have to take this guy out, because he's just, he's not giving us much options. Okay, let's see if we can get through this. Okay, I need to get close enough to... What did I do? Oh, I opened up my... Oh. This is terrifying. Okay, so if I can start healing up here and have my Froakie help out a little bit. Oh, I can even evolve my Froakie. I didn't realize. Actually, let's do that real quick. Wow. All right, Froakie, help me out. Oh, he has fireballs too. Got him. Oh, we also got ourselves a Totem of Undying. That's actually going to be very helpful. Because that can be used for legendary monument stuff too. Where's that Mareep? I figure if we have at least 3 forms of wool generation, we'll be good. Everything's out to kill me. Okay, let's see here. So I'm going to go back to the village, teleport back home. Is that a cast form? Let's go. Cast forms are kind of rare, so I might pick this up real quick. I don't want to pass up on that. Wait, come back! No, I only hit you! And then a milk tank might be good to pick up too, just because of milk. Probably could have hit it one more time. Which I might still do that. I might hit him with a water gun. I think they'll survive. Yes. Let's see how easy this is going to be. Nope. They're going to make me work for it. It's going to be just like last time with the Eevee. All right. This is the one. Watch, we caught it. Maybe I'll try an Ultra Ball here. Why not? So this update is a completely different playstyle to the mod pack. I don't entirely know what that question means. I think, are you talking about like older versions of the mod pack? Because yes, this mod pack has gone through, this is essentially like the 3rd iteration of Freedom Frontiers and the iteration that we're going to be going forward with from here on out. Originally, the first version of Freedom Frontiers, like the first, I don't know, I guess like the OG, not the sequel, was sort of like what you see now, but a little bit more sporadic. Like I was still testing out ideas for the survival aspect and the dungeons and stuff, so it wasn't as thought out. And then the second version, I was like, oh, people aren't saying this is RPG enough, bet. And I added like magic classes and stuff like that, archers, berserkers, and it was fun, but it wasn't quite the style that I intended in the beginning, and there was a lot of bugs. So I revisited the idea of having a more like survival based kind of RPG thing, and I'm actually very happy with how it's turning out. It's a return to form, as I guess, I don't know, IGN always says on the reviews. And I did hear a villager. I wonder if that's the same wandering villager as before, or if it is Professor Porker's villager. I don't know where he is, though. That's the issue. I heard him, but he is nowhere to be found. So, unfortunate. Oh, there he is. Okay, let's see what this wandering villager, this wandering trader has in store. So he definitely got stuck, I guess. No, looks like the same villager as before, I believe. Okay, but now Okay, so this Nuzleaf is definitely getting out of the pen somehow because he's despawning. So there's got to be some block that he's using to jump up and out and away. And we found we found the suspect. So he's definitely been a naughty boy. We gotta keep him from escaping because I am a very luffing Pokemon Ranger who doesn't want my Pokemon to escape. I don't think he can get out that way now. Okay, so that was literally the only way that he was escaping. Because even though this guy has hands, he can't use it to get out through a very basic door that looks like you could just push it out, but we're not going to think too deeply about that. Now, carrots are a thing. We'll set that up real quick. And what about the other Pokemon? These guys are just chilling. So that we have some wool generation here. Oh, I already have shears, don't I? We are going to shear these guys. Grab ourselves some wool. How much wool are we going to need for these sails? Kind of a lot. So if I type in ship, I should be able to see all the different versions of ships that I can make. And so it looks like 2 sails from what I'm seeing here. 2 sails for a brig. And then there's 1 sail for a Drakkar. And then an oak. So it's either 2 or 1, it looks like, for a lot of these. And then a cog needs 1. I think it would be kind of cool to make a brig. So I'm going to go for 2 sails. In order to do that, we need... Oh man, okay, so we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 wool in order to make a sail, and then a lead is going to need lots of string and some slime balls. So we need tons of slime balls. That's great. And a decent amount of string. Well, yeah. We might have enough. I don't remember off the top of my head. But we're definitely going to get wool pretty quickly here. Quick enough that we don't have to worry about that too much. And it might be good to have the sun go down here so that way we can off some spiders for some more string. Do I have any more string somewhere around here? Maybe? Possibly? Question mark? But in the time being, let's make some leads. What am I missing? I'm missing slime balls, which we have plenty of. And, okay, so we need sail. 2 leads. So we need 4 leads. 1, 2... Oh, that's 4 right there. Sail. Oh, and we need more leads for the sails too. So that's another 4. Which also means that we need plenty of string. Is there an easier way to get string here? What is my favorite Pokemon? I'm inclined to say Blaziken, to be honest. Just because I was saying before, my favorite generation is Gen 3. And Blaziken... Well, actually, that's not true. I don't think Blaziken was my first Pokemon that I got in Gen 3. I think it was Trico. But then I did take... or did I take Mudkip after that? I don't know. At some point, I chose Torchic. And Blaziken was just a bit too cool. So I couldn't go back. But Greninja definitely comes in maybe like close second. I know I'm disrespecting the Froakie a little bit, but that's fine. Let's see here. So we're gonna do some string hunting in a second. And actually, there might be an easier way of doing this. I don't know if I have to worry about hunting down spiders because we have a village right next to us. So we're going to teleport to this village. And we're going to see if we can pick up some string around here. Just see if there's any chests or knickknacks. Oh, I will definitely take some leather. Sometimes these villagers... Oh, I thought that was a default chest. I think someone placed that chest there. See? Okay, yeah, see cobwebs. Easy. But I think either like Alette or Burdu probably came through here and placed down that chest. I'll take a blue apricorn. Seed. Don't need any of that. That's kind of a cool little detail. What's your favorite Pokemon? Actually, maybe I can... Let's see if I can... add some sort of question here. I don't know how they do that. Whatever. I will learn in the future. Yeah, those of you who are watching, what is your favorite Pokemon? Oh, I heard a spider though too. So let's see if I can at least take the spider out. Got some string. Maybe in the future I can... I might create a crafting recipe to where you can turn wool into string. I don't know if that's a little too... I don't know if that's too much of a kind of freebie, in a way. We are definitely getting string in these villages. I like the idea of encouraging players to go out and explore and fight mobs in order to, you know, actually earn what you're doing. But there's also a lot to do in this pack, and I don't, you know, I don't want to bog people down on certain tasks as simple as getting string. So it's just weighing... It's just weighing what is possible, or weighing the pros and cons of certain things. Make spider Pokemon create web. I'm actually glad that you reminded me, because I just remembered they can do that actually. So if I get a bug type Pokemon in my party, which I don't have at the moment, I totally forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me. If that's the case, we could just head home and I will show you guys how to do that. Let's head home before this skeleton shoots me. Get home. And I am going to grab myself a PC over here. There you are. Okay. Behold. Oh, maybe that's why Combi wasn't doing anything. Because it was asleep. Okay, so this, I mean, it would be kind of funky if Combi did make whatchamacallit string, because it's a bug type, so whatever. But yes, look at that. We can make string. Your favorite Pokemon has to be Shedinja. Yeah, Shedinja's pretty cool too. I know Laribi really likes Shedinja, if you've run into his videos. In almost every single video that we've done together, when it comes to like going out and capturing Pokemon and stuff for some sort of, I don't know, battle, he always picks up, whenever he finds Shedinja, he just like freaks out and wants to grab it. Thank you, Combi. Now, where are we looking for leads? We do have string now too from that. Just make a bunch of leads at that point. Now we can make some sales, right? No, we need logs, which we of course have plenty. So we need 2 sales. If I wanted to make like a brig, I like the idea of making a spruce brig. So we're going to need some spruce boats and with chests in them. Interesting. Actually, I want to start setting up these apricorns as well. So we'll sleep real quick, and then we'll start building up our apricorn farm here too. My favorite Pokemon has to be Lucario. Yes, Lucario is also another really good one, especially Mega Lucario Z. That is top tier. So we'll place this down. I'm not going to keep this tree here, but I do want to just set it up so that way I can easily get more real quick. Oh, that's another Combi. I think that's a wild Combi. So this, oh wait, what? Oh, that's my Combi. Whoops. So we'll do that. Yanma should be doing some stuff. We'll just send out these Pokemon just to send them out. Let them roam around a little bit. And then we need some spruce. So let's get some spruce logs. I thought we had some. It might be back where we were first setting up the next area of the expansion. Clean inventory time? No. Yeah, I definitely could do that too. But, you know, I'm kind of a hoarder, so... Should be some spruce in here. Yes, let's go. We'll head back. And start making ourselves some boats. I think I needed 3 of those. And that means that we're going to need... What? Oh. Something like that. 3 chests. I don't need 4 chests, but that's fine. Whoops. One, 2. Where is it? Did I drop it? I dropped it. 3. at this. We could do it. We could make a spruce sprig. Oh, it's gonna be so cool. Can I wonder if I can name tag the boat so that way people know that it is mine. This is why I'm building kind of like a Cape Town area. But let's place this down. We have our first boat. It's gonna be so cool. Oh. You can also zoom in and out, which is pretty cool. If you press V, then it will open up the sails a little bit. If you hold forward a couple times, then it will open up the sails and you'll go faster, which is really cool. So we'll start zipping around and all quick little test drive. Come back to the dock here. Ooh, do a little drift. Go, 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 go. Okay, got him. Oh, I'm being chased. He's trying to attack me. And, oh, he took over my ship. He's guarding my ship. I'm going to reclaim my ship. We're already off to a start. I'll lick him. Hopefully get a paralysis off on him too, because I do want to catch this guy. We could get a mega version. Looks fire, can't wait to steal. Hands off my boat, Birdu. You should hop on. I don't know what you're doing, but you should work on that base that I showed off earlier. Okay, I think this should just capture, to be honest. There we go. Now we have a poison type. I don't remember off the top of my head what poison types can specifically pull off. But, you know, I could make use of a Mega Dragalgi at some point, probably. So now that we have a boat, what would I want to do? I think I would want to load up some important items into it. I definitely think putting some wood there would be good, because wood is always necessary. Just put up a little bit of wood. Maybe grab some food too along the way. Nah, not today, but I will soon. That's fine, Birdu. I get it. You don't want to compete. You don't want to compete live streaming with me. I get it. I would just take all your viewers. Okay, so we're gonna grab. I would want to load the boat up with some food too. So if I can, I think I wouldn't be comfortable traveling until I can load up the boat with some, you know, baked potatoes or something like that. So let's figure this out. I'm going to make a chest specifically for some valuables, because that's typically what I do. So that we'll put relic coins in there as well. Copper, relic coins, lapis probably as well, emeralds, more copper. What else? Maybe I'll make a separate chest for TMs, or I'll just make like a TM case or something. Look at all my shinies. What else? I'll probably like put my keystone in there as well, just for safekeeping. I like putting redstone in the valuables chest, diamond, of course. Not that. And then what else? I'll put one of these chests as like a Cobblemon related chest. So apricorn, Vivichoke, link cable, Terra. I don't know about that, but I would put leeks in some sort of food chest. Iron, Cobblemon, vitamins, apricorns, Galar particles, Galerica nuts. Wait, what chest am I putting this in? Put it in this chest. And then we'll take anything that's not Cobblemon related and put it in this chest. I'm a hoarder. Like me, you should add the sophisticated storage mod, like iron barrels to prevent lag. I literally can't play with that sophisticated storage. Do I have... I believe I have... I don't have sophisticated, but I do have Tom's simple storage. The reason why I have Tom's simple storage is... why do I have Tom's simple storage? Tom's... if I type in simple storage... or Tom... So the crafting terminal and stuff is Tom Simple Storage. The problem with having Tom Simple Storage and sophisticated storage is there's a lot of overlap for certain things. So until I do more testing, I'd have to see if I can like make them work better together, maybe with some crafting recipe changes and stuff. Simple storage is too complicated for my smooth brain. I'm probably on the same boat. So maybe there will be a swap out, or we'll figure something out. For the time being, I'm kind of focused on some other stuff. But we will definitely get around to something like that in the future. Okay, this is starting to look doable. What if I type in like Minecraft? No, Minecraft, no. Guess I don't have anything. I don't have like a mod that helps sort out that kind of stuff. And then eventually probably going to need some sort of extra chest for, I don't know, tools or something. I don't know. Definitely a food chest though. Okay. Almost there. Very nice. Okay, I'm going to sleep, and then I'm going to see what kind of food situation we have now. Oh, I didn't finish my coffee. Yes, I have more coffee. So good. All right, I don't have to harvest these potatoes. They've done it for me. A whole stack. That's pretty good. Maybe I'll share these wooloos real quick. And the reaps. Yes, buddy. What's up? Did they... okay, blue apricorn. So we're slowly building this up. Another seed. Oops. that I planted immediately. That's fine. Another seed? No. Bummer. Okay. I don't know. What all would we need in order to feel comfortable traveling out on this boat? Food and... I mean, we can definitely set up a bunch of pokeballs. We're also going to be setting up chartering maps and stuff too. So we're not gonna worry too much about that. And you know what? I am thinking that I want to add and remove a mod on this server that is going to make it into the next update. So I might do that kind of live before I travel out because I don't want to generate too many chunks without this next certain mod. Does the food rot? No, the food does not rot. I don't have anything like that. That would be kind of an interesting concept, but I also just don't, I don't want to add too many things that just make traveling cumbersome in general. Although the immersion of that, in my opinion, would be pretty cool. There are probably going to be some other things that I implement that will just make things more reliant. Like, okay, so here's my thought process. If Cobblemon can't interact with a certain thing that adds immersion but also makes gameplay more difficult, then I'm less inclined to add it. So for example, one of our members on Discord suggested a mod that made it to where crops will suck up water as they grow. So you can't just have farmland here that's constantly, soil that's constantly watered, which would also make it more reliant on rivers next to it, as well as water type Pokemon to hydrate the soil. So yes, it would make things a little bit more difficult and more immersive, but that would be offset with the reliance on Pokemon, which I am 100% on board with. I know a lot of people, I don't even know if a lot, but there would definitely be a vocal group of people who might be, I don't know, off-put by that. But again, we are going for immersion, uniqueness, and reliance on Pokemon. And I think, honestly, like there's definitely a certain gameplay loop that is very satisfying for me. And I'm sure for a lot of people that would enjoy something like that. So let's start cooking some potatoes. Make the ice Pokemon stay on a chest to make it a freezer, 200 IQ. See, you said you had a smooth brain when it came to this Tom Simple storage, but that's actually a pretty, I like that. I think that's a little out of my depth on what I can do with the tools provided for me mod wise, but that definitely, if I could make that happen, that actually sounds really cool. I mean, that's almost like straight out of Pal World right there. I love it. How do you have such consistent gameplay? Every time I play offline, I can only play for 1 to 2 hours before I get insane lag where I have to completely restart my instance. Are you saying from this mod pack, like when you're playing single player? Because I am playing on a server, so some of the stuff is offloaded onto the server. A lot of the stuff is offloaded on the server, so I'm sure that can make a difference. But usually, yeah, I can be on a single player instance for a while, not have too many issues. I know world generation in general is pretty rough on computers, so that's just always something to keep in mind. I did load some chunks on the server beforehand with like Chunky. Not a lot. I definitely wanted to upload some more. That's fine. Yeah, I don't know. I have put a lot of effort into optimization to make sure stuff like that theoretically shouldn't happen. I don't know if you've updated to the recent update, but there was a mod that I had updated that might have contributed to lag over time. That should have been fixed. I've had reports of people saying that something that I did fixed their problems. So I would look into that. But yeah, definitely if you have any problems or anything like that and you're able to kind of pinpoint what's going on or need some advice on how to pinpoint stuff like that, you can hop on our Discord and just and shoot a message in the proper forum and we can help work stuff out. Because I definitely want to iron any kind of bugs and performance issues out as much as possible. Now, let's get some momentum up in here. Definitely 100% not Power World inspired. You should add capturing villagers with a Pokeball too. That actually would be kind of that'd be funny too. Yeah, no, I love Power World. I haven't played it in like a couple weeks, but the newest update's definitely fire. Yeah, I mean there's definitely Power World type stuff in this mod pack for sure. Just cobble workers in general, and I mean there are technically like gliders, and I don't know. I do really like the idea of just coexisting with Pokemon as much as possible. Okay, so while that's doing that, I'm going to see if I can add a mod to the server and then restart the server. Let's see here. Oh, you can drag out the chat. That's cool. Yeah, I'm still learning about this whole streaming stuff. So there's still things I can learn. How many gigs of RAM do you have on? So if I'm playing on single player, I can I can get away with like 6 gigabytes and I don't have too many problems. 8 gigabytes might actually be too much for my specific setup. For some reason, when I do 8 gigabytes, it actually lags in certain situations, just because I don't know. I won't get too much into it, but there's this whole thing with like garbage collection and stuff that I've been learning about. Nothing that's really worth going over right now, but on this server that I have right now, I have 8 gigabytes of RAM. And we were running into some rubber banding when we had like 5 and 6 players when they were all exploring chunks in different directions. That might be better now. And I did set up the render distance to be able to be a little bit higher than what servers normally would do. So I don't know if that's something on my end that I can fix, but the biggest fix is just running chunky for the most part and just pre-generating chunks. I had 6 gigabytes allocated, but I changed it to 8 gigabytes, but I didn't have much of a difference. I have 48 gigabytes total, but I'm not sure if allocating more would help. No. So typically, if you're having problems, if you have not enough RAM, like if it's like 2 gigabytes, I've been able to kind of run it on 4 gigabytes without too many problems, but 6 gigabytes seems to be a good spot. I'm trying to multitask here and add this mod in while I'm talking, so I might be a little distracted. but definitely adding more would there's a higher chance that it would actually hurt your gameplay rather than fix it. Um, so like there's something called garbage collection, and that just basically means that there's a lot of I mean, I'm gonna butcher this because I don't know that much about it, but so basically, when the game is going around, and hopefully that didn't pop up. Am I doxing myself? That would be great. Um, okay, so the game is loading information like particles, AI stuff, like mobs and AI and ticks and stuff, and it keeps that memory, it keeps that data on the program until it says, okay, I can get rid of this information that I don't need anymore. That's called garbage collection. That's what RAM, and that's, I'm probably butchering that, but like RAM, random access memory, is what helps. I don't know. It's like it's the amount of memory that they can store on. Um, it's just okay. It's temporary data that doesn't need to be permanently loaded, but gets introduced into the game. And so eventually, because it's temporary, the game needs to get rid of that data. That's called garbage collection. So if you have more and more RAM allocated, that means that there's more and more random memory that doesn't need to be there that gets wiped from the server that you're playing on every so often. And when that happens, that can create issues with like frame rate and stuff. So that's why having more RAM doesn't always help and can actually hurt because you're introducing more and more information that needs to be dealt with rather than fixing the actual problem. That hopefully that is the a much better representation of what it is. If anybody has any better idea of what I just said, feel free to say. Okay. So let's see if I can add this mod in here. Open the task manager to see if the game might be taking more RAM than it should because of some bug. Yeah, it's there's a lot of stuff that it could be. Um, looking at your game's log to see if it's spitting out a bunch of errors in some way. There's one mod that has a lot of issues with like jigsaw generation that I'm actually going to be removing in the future, which shouldn't, it won't mess with worlds that you previously have. It just means that if you run into any of those structures, it's called the ships mod. It's not the mod that I just showed you guys with like the brig and stuff, but some structures aren't, when they're being placed, can cause issues because sometimes the game doesn't know how to place them properly if the mod author didn't do that right. And I wanted to add awesome dungeons to the server. Okay, so I'm going to hop off the server real quick. Wait, did I? Okay, cool. But I didn't dox myself too there. It's on a whitelist, so it's not like anybody can just get on randomly. But I'm just gonna load up a random like test world while I reload the server and get rid of the ships mod. So like if you were to run into a structure from the ships mod, which is just like in hindsight kind of like just more of a basic a basic structure mod. Yeah, I was testing out achievements and stuff for legendary monuments. This is Lugia's temple at the moment. But if you run into a structure mod that has been removed in the future in a later version, it just means that that it's there, that you've already loaded it up, but the chests will no longer have loot tables to them, so it doesn't really affect too much. Okay, so ship. Okay, give me 1 second while I get rid of the ship mod. There's a chance that it wasn't actually like affecting any kind of performance, but just with the amount of logs it was throwing, errors I was throwing, I just don't feel comfortable keeping it in, and it doesn't add nearly as much as the Awesome Dungeons mod that I'm going to be putting in. Let's see here. Y'all are getting a small snapshot of what I've been dealing with for the past 6 to 10 months of working on this in general. Okay, where's the ships? Oh, there it is. Okay, so we're going to make sure that I'm not deleting the wrong ships mod. Yeet that out. And now we can start the server again. Awesome Dungeons is in, ships is out, server is starting. We're going back to our live stream. Bro, that sound wakes my Thaslophobia. That's is which phobia is that? I think I have that too. Not gonna lie. Thaslophobia. Strong of deep white dark. Yeah. No, I kind of have that too. I can't stand the idea of um. I can't stand the idea of looking at just a vast ocean and just imagining some sort of giant creature shadow floating through the ocean. Okay, so the server should be starting here again. Oh, great. Server has crashed, so I did something wrong. That's because it requires an extra dependency. Okay. So let's grab that dependency then. Put it in the server. So I need a library ferret, apparently. Mods. So we'll let's find library ferret. Very interesting name for a mod. A lot of these mods have things called like libraries, or not. No, not libraries. What are they called? APIs, I think. Basically, some of these mod authors will create. I guess it's kind of like their own language, and it allows other mods to use that condensed form of language to easily execute certain tasks. So when you download a mod, sometimes it will download other mods too because it needs to communicate with those mods in order to make their code work. And I missed one of those libraries. Okay, is it loading up? Everything seems to be fine. And we are almost in. It's loading a lot of data. Loading lots and lots of data. And it's up. Okay, crisis averted. I played Subnautica to try and get rid of it. It only got worse. I'm in a Steam library with my family, and I think they have Subnautica, but I can't really handle um I can't really handle horror games. I haven't really played a lot of them, but I know that I just it's not it's not my first game that I would go to you know I usually play games just to kind of like turn my brain off and relax a little bit. And I say that as I play a lot of Overwatch, which is not relaxing. But I would rather get tilted than piss my pants. So I'd rather get pissed off than piss my pants is basically what I'm saying. But with that great analogy, I think we can start going out and exploring. And oh no! I just realized I created a data pack that fixed the loot tables of Awesome Dungeons because for some reason they weren't working. So I have to put that data pack in as well, which won't take too much more time. Okay, let's see here. Why isn't it letting me go back? Or previous connection. But yeah, if you guys ever have any questions and I'm live streaming or you want to ask questions in the Discord, that's totally fine. That's part of the reason why I'm doing these live streams, just to kind of show you guys the mod or the mod pack, and I want to have fun with it too. And there's just a lot to go over. Okay, so let's put this fixed data pack in here. Okay, so I'm gonna have to stop the server one more time. And why don't we go to a different world that I'm probably not going to be in the ocean for? There's a chance, but maybe we'll come up with a better piece of scenery while I'm reloading the server. Yeah. Oh, we're still over the ocean, but that's fine too. We'll look over the ocean instead of being in the ocean. How about that? Okay, so we'll stop the server. If I see another Mauga in my team, I'm going to cry. Yeah, it's not. Mauga versus Mauga is not exactly the most fun matchup. I play a lot of Vendetta just because at first when I started playing her, she got nerfed and she wasn't great, but I also like the whole underdog aspect of it. I'll shut down the server. And I think I've gotten pretty decent. I think I don't want to just stream Minecraft. I wouldn't mind streaming Overwatch, but and I mean like Overwatch. I've been playing a lot of Slay the Spire too. Um, what else? I started playing Dragon Sword Awakening, and that's been pretty fun as well. It's basically it's a gotcha game. It was originally supposed to be a gotcha game, but the creators didn't like how their game was being handled by their distributor, so they just said, "We want this back." And it has the bones of a gotcha game, but you get to get everything for free without like pulling. Like you just get the characters, and it's actually really fun. It's really weird because a lot of the time you're doing stuff so that way you can get pulls, but here you're doing stuff just so you can upgrade your character. Okay, so now that I have that pulled up, we're going to replace the loot table data pack with my updated data pack. So FF loot table. So that got deleted and put in properly. Double, triple checking. And we should be good. So let's start the server one more time. Oh, he's probably hungry. That's what's going on. I know it's not. Here we go. It's not time, man. I'm not giving you food. Did we make it? Still loading up. Preparing spawn. And we are in. Okay. Now we have the new mod in there. We have the data pack properly set up. And we are ready to go on an ocean adventure. Now, what you guys don't see is that this is probably just one big, this is like a continent. So eventually you'll see that there's going to be ocean surrounding all around here. So you're going to need a boat or just to swim or whatever you want to do. Obviously, having a boat is going to be the best form of transportation. Or a ship, I should say, not a boat. For the time being. Okay, so we have a sign. We have a chartering map. I wish there was a gacha game that when I won the 50-50, it would give me like a token so I can choose the character that I want, because I hate when I'm pulling and I accidentally get the same character a second time. Yeah. I definitely have mixed feelings on gacha games in general, because a lot of it, I like to make things difficult and sometimes, dare I say, a little tedious, because there is something satisfying about finding the solution for that. With gacha games, they don't have solutions. They're just creating problems so they can make money. But for the time being, so like the reason why you would want to go out on the ocean and travel is because, as some people have figured out, there's a lot of the same biomes in the starting area, and that's on purpose. As you start going more north, you'll start reaching colder and colder biomes. As you start going south, you'll start reaching more and more warmer biomes. So it's like south is going towards the equator, north is going towards the North Pole. Eventually, if you keep going south, you will reach, you'll start reaching like the South Pole, but it's going to take you a while. Gacha games ruin lives. Yeah, you would know that, wouldn't you, Libby? Wuthering Waves. I know you play that. It's a good game. I haven't played it in a while now, but it's been fun when I have. But in the time being, I'm going to start chartering a path. And I have to think, do I want to go north or do I want to go south? So if I go south, I'll start... What is it that I would like to do? For me personally, I think I would like to start heading north, because then I can start getting ice types in case I want to go to the nether. If I go to the nether, it's going to help cool me down, because I know that the heat is definitely going to be an issue. And then just making sure that I have the charting map going while I'm traveling will allow me to create a pathway to where I can teleport back home whenever I need to. As long as I have like a sign to create a TP point. All right, so we're going on our adventure. And I think it's really cool that you can use the ocean to create pathways, because it kind of represents how people would normally travel. Okay, I needed to respond to a text. And this this structure to my right is one of Professor Porker's structures. I don't know exactly what they have planned for that, but it's supposed to represent like the battlegrounds that Kyogre and Groudon fought on, which is pretty cool. At least Woo-Ah gives a lot of pulls for free. Yeah, Woo-Ah, I mean, it is a gacha game, and there's always going to be certain issues with gacha games in general, just because it's the game design that they have. But Woo-Ah is one of the games that actually does it as right as it can. So it's definitely one of the more respectable gacha games, even though it is a gacha game. Is the wind blowing on the sail, or does it just go where you want? Right now, yes, it just goes wherever you want. I do think a sail wind system. Oh, I'm getting chased by a Sharpedo. Ah! I do think that some sort of wind system would be cool, but it's also another one of those things where, unless there's a way to offset that difficulty, I wouldn't put it in there if it was available to put in. So for now, I think that this is just a cool way to transport yourself and interact with the world. Where are we right now? Okay, so I have a feeling someone put is that pink wool or is that logs or planks or something? Oh, I'm gonna crash. Titanic. I suppose if I run into something interesting, I could check it out. I don't think that's interesting enough to go over. Ooh, actually white apricorns. Finish charting. I think if I can... Oh, I'm getting pushed. Oh yeah, I haven't shown you guys yet, but the rivers do have a stream to them. So like you will be pushed by rivers. Not in the ocean where there wouldn't be a current technically, but yeah, rivers will definitely carry you away if you're not careful. I know you want food, Oreo, but it's not time yet. Did I get a seed from that? It appears not. Oh well. Oh, now he's on me. What do you want? Okay, bye-bye. So we're going to hop on here. I'm going to start charting again. Hop in. And this is kind of cool too, because we're basically carving out a map area of what this would look like. Ooh, what's this? Is that a monument? Not like a legendary monument, but like an ocean monument? No, don't ruin my good chair. What is this? Oh yeah. There's definitely going to be an ocean guardian in here. So we'll finish charting there. I do want to make this like a TP point. Oh, I got hit. Oh, they're coming after me. This would be bad if I died here. Come on, Froakie, help me. Can I just take this guy out? Oh, this is bad. This is so bad. Come on. Frogadier, help me. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Bye-bye. Frogadier, save me. Give Oreo a Poke Snack, or is he the type of cat that has Bible levels of greed. He would keep eating if he had the choice. So we typically try not to encourage his whining as much as possible, even though he will whine. Okay, you know what? I'm getting out of here. Oh no, I can't because they're in the ship. They were in the ship. Oh no. That's so much traveling I have to do. Oh. That's unfortunate. We could definitely get back there if we just like get a boat. I wonder if a boat traveling over the water on these paths will allow us to get a little bit of a boost. Okay, so this is the area that we traveled along. If we were to travel from the bird bath and travel up like that, that would probably be fine, but this is also going to be the safer path. So we'll take the scenic route all the way back to where we died. That was a little chaotic. So there's definitely going to be a world where we're going to need to be more prepared with armor and stuff. And that's the perils of traveling. You never know what's going to happen. Where's Oreo? Is he behind me? He heard me. Not yet. It's like 20 minutes from now. I'm getting pushed. That's why I have the mod that puts the Totem of Undying on a belt. Ah, yeah, that'd be cool. I did have a Totem of Undying, but I put it away. I wanted to keep it for one of the items for legendary monuments. I think you need a Totem of Undying in order to spawn Zacian or Zamazenta. No, buddy. Stop. Attacking my hand now. No. Is it okay if you just feed him right now? Okay. So we don't have to go all the way around the cove here or whatever, we could just cut right to our death here. We went from traveling like a king to boating like a peasant. Okay, almost there. I suppose this is a good time to kind of like look around under the water, see if there's any cool dungeons or something that we can find. I did kind of, in the whole process of finding mods, I wanted it to be inspired a little bit by like Wind Waker, which is one of my favorite Legend of Zelda games. Which is, you know, big surprise. I like the Hoenn region and I like Wind Waker, so apparently I really like water games. Which is ironic because I hate I hate any dungeons that take place exclusively in water. We tried playing with someone in this mod. I'm planning on playing with my girlfriend together. This is actually a server with a couple other... No way. No way! Is my ship floating off without me? I have to catch my ship? No way! I'm actually going to lose my ship. But yes, I have... Get back here! I have been playing with some other content creators, my content creator friends. This This zombie has hijacked my ship, and I have to chase after it. Can I get to it? Like, what's faster, my boat or that ship? Like, the only way I'm getting this ship back is if it crashes. Oh no. But yes, this I have pretty successfully been able to play with other people. Like, you can get in the we've had multiple people get in the ships together, and it was fun. And it is, because there's not as much battling content as of right now. Am I the only person on the server right now? Yes, I am. So it is confirmed that this is just going off on its own. But yeah, it would be fun to play with other people and battle them and stuff, versus the stereotypical gym system, which does not exist right now on the Modpack. How long is this going to take? I want to get my ship back. I took so much time just getting this ship for it to float off without me. This is the fun part of having a world with a huge ocean, and apparently the unfortunate part. Get far away from it to stop it from rendering, go opposite to catch it. Oh, that's smart. Okay, so it should stop soon. Okay, so it stopped. Oh, that was big brain. So if I can kind of give like a little bit of a wide berth here, it should continue to not move. Or is it moving? Okay, so stop moving there, I think. Is it moving? It is not. This is like trying to catch a runaway train or something like that. All right. So I can... Oh, of course. There's an island right there. That would have crashed into anyway. That's fine. Okay, I want to make sure that I get this right the first time. All right, boat. Be prepared to get caught. So it should start rendering into distance here soon. There it is. Okay, we could definitely catch it now. The only... Oh, wait! Oh no! I didn't get my stuff though, because I got too distracted. So if there is a mob in this thing, I have to be very careful with how I go about this. I'm going to have to wrap around and grab my stuff again. Guess this thing has rendered. There's too many waypoints there. I need to get rid of some of those. Okay, so we got to line this up. This would be the perfect time for some intense music. Okay, so get in first person here. Come on. We can do this. Okay, so I think the thing despawned. Can I get in? I got in! Oh, you're so big brain. You're so big brain. We got it. That was a whole adventure, and now I have to go all the way back to grab my stuff. We traveled basically the distance to get there to a distance to get our boat back. I did not have this on my bingo card today. But that's also good to know that that's possible if you die with the sails unfurled. I mean, I guess that makes sense. But not something that is ideal. Oh, I need more coffee. So yeah, as you're traveling, you'll probably run into some dungeons in the water, some other like dungeon ships. I'm not sure how much of this would have been rendered out already because of the chunky mod. So I don't know when we might run into more new chunks, but we'll find out soon enough. We'll eventually. We'll eventually get there. Oh, that's a Gyarados. Okay, so we're getting close. Am I still being chased by that Gyarados? No. We're also taking out a lot of Pokemon on the way back. Not environmentally friendly at all. Oops. I'm such a bad Pokemon Ranger. I'm a terrible person. This is kind of a nice... Where can I find this mod pack? It's Freedom Frontiers on Modrinth. I really should put the the mod link in the description, but I forgot, and I am currently trying to get my stuff back. But yeah, if you look up Freedom Frontiers on Modrinth, it should be on the first or second page. We also have like a Discord and stuff too that you can find on there. Okay, so now that I've done that, look at that. They even... I'm just gonna go like that, so that way... that way I don't have to worry about that. But that gave us an opportunity to put a sign, so I can teleport back here whenever I want. I did that on purpose. This was the plan all along. Let's see here. What's my favorite legendary mythical Pokemon? Legendary or mythical? I'm not going to stand still here. While I'm thinking about this, I'm going to... Maybe I should head home, make it daytime, now that I can do this. I really like Latios and Rayquaza, and mostly those Pokemon. Sick mod pack, thanks. Thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, I tried to, been trying to make a fun and unique experience here. There's a... Oh! Where's that? Where, oh! It snuck up on me. Was that all the mobs here? Yes, okay, I can sleep. Oh, man, that was an adventure and a half. So I will take the time to get hydrated here. Fill up my canteen one more time. Actually, you know what? While we're here, we might as well upgrade our canteen. Making a gold canteen is probably going to be the best here, because that will last us a lot longer. We can also just hold on to this canteen, this copper canteen, just in case. Not that I imagine we're going to be using it too often. I could also make a diamond canteen. I'm not quite ready to use diamonds for something like that yet, though. So let's purify this water. And then we can go back out in the wild. I saw that on the trailer there were weather conditions, but I haven't seen them yet. Did you remove them? Technically, no. Depends on what you mean by weather conditions, but there are, like, if you go into the desert, it's not necessarily like there's anything added on too much to the weather. It's just I've added some visual mods for the weather. Because there's still lightning, and it's pretty intense. If you go into the desert, it kind of comes off as a desert sandstorm, but I have yet to find a mod that makes it to where... what I really want is if there's like a snowstorm or a desert storm, then like your character slows down and you might need like a certain item to navigate it or something like that. But as of right now, I've not found anything that actually adds conditions like that. But it's... I cannot warp to an unsafe... You've got to be kidding me. Really? That's insane! I really have to boat there again? Okay, so we're... Dang, that sucks. I need like 5 boats in order to... 5 ships just to safely get around. I mean, I like that idea that it checks to see if there are mobs there. So it's almost like you have to really plan where your waypoints are. So I can't have a waypoint right there, but there was an island next to it that I think would be really cool. It's almost like a checkpoint that we could set up on. So I'm just going to get to my boat again, my ship once more, and we're going to set up a proper, almost outpost-like thing. That would be peak. Yeah, I agree. I really... that's the fun thing about being a Modpack creator. You get to discover a lot of cool things that other people have created, and you just kind of... Sometimes you have to pick out just kind of some lesser-known mods to get what you want. But on the other side of things, it's like you're at the mercy of other creators. But once you have what you have, it's really fun tweaking things in order to make them work with the vision that you have. Like, for example, Via Romana, which is the chartering map where you can create waypoints, didn't originally allow you to make routes over the ocean, but I set it up to where you can. So... And I felt that was a little necessary if I didn't have a teleportation mod like Waystones and use this as a way of teleporting when there's so much ocean. And I've noticed that there's a Vaporeon backpack now. It's awesome. Are there any others? Yes, there are. Let's see if I can look this up real quick. So there's Mimikyu, Mareep, Mewtwo. How would I make a Mewtwo is... Oh, that's a diamond backpack. Okay, Mewtwo... Oh, it's with an ender pearl. That's kind of cool. I think when it comes to these backpacks, it's technically from the base mod of Traveler's Backpack, but there's a resource pack that basically themes these extra backpacks with Pokemon themes. I think with the resource pack, it also renames them to Pokemon-themed stuff. So I think there's a Pikachu backpack, and if you craft a Pikachu backpack, it gives you a haste buff, I believe. I could be wrong. This Vaporeon backpack does not have any of buffs that I can figure out. So either I'm wrong that Pikachu gives you a haste buff, or there's just certain backpacks that are themed that don't have buffs to them. Okay, so we're almost back to our ship. I'm going to create a waypoint on this island over here. And whoever teleports this area will probably find a bunch of just normal rowboats around here and wonder what the story is on that. Okay, but we do want to start chartering. Start chartering. I'm being attacked again. That's great. At some point, it'd be cool to actually build here and create an actual outpost. So I might do that at some point. I really like I like the lore of that. Ocean Monument Outpost. Edit destination. What kind of... Go like that. We will do that, and so that's what this is going to look like. So we have a whole route that goes like that, We can build here if we want to. Now, for a fact that if we die, we can at least come over here. Because that would suck if we, yeah, if all of a sudden we go over there and... Can I teleport there from here? Like, what? Oh, wait. I think I understand why it did that. I think it did that because there weren't enough blocks around it. This is also why I brought some logs in my ship. Okay, so can I teleport over there? Because it was telling me that I couldn't. Okay. So, what if I go over there and I build like a little platform? Will that help, or is it just because there's mobs over there? That's what I want to know. Okay, so we got to do this quick because I don't want to get hurt. Okay, so let's see here. Hopefully these fishies don't notice me and take me out. Don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. Ah! They're attacking me. Okay, so I've done that. I'm gonna hop in my ship again before something bad happens. And I'm gonna go over to the other outpost. So we are here now. Let's see if we can teleport back. Okay, so it wasn't about the mobs being around there, it was just that there wasn't a big enough platform. Or maybe the platform was blocking the mob's line of sight to where the mod was like, yeah, you can teleport here now. So we'll go like that. And we're going to continue to try and make it north. And I have to remember that I also have a sleeping bag, so I wonder if I can sleep on the boat. That would be interesting. Let's find out. Okay, yeah, I don't think I can, because this doesn't technically count as like blocks or anything like that. So, for the time being, I think we're fine enough to travel at night. We are making our way further north to grab ourselves maybe some ice-type Pokemon. Although I do have to worry about the fact that the further we go away from spawn, the higher level Pokemon are going to be. So there might be a moment where we're going to have to actually train up our Pokemon in order to keep up with the level progression. And also do like first person mode and just kind of look around. There's another one of those Kyogre Groudon areas. Have a look at weather storms and tornadoes. It looks like it would work. Just be careful that the tornadoes are crazy strong. You could just remove or nerf them. Yeah, if there's any mods, I'll look into that. But if there's any mods that like break blocks, I'm a little less inclined. I'm sure that you can remove that feature if tornadoes do that. But that does sound cool. Like I would be interested in seeing if that's going to fit. Ooh, and there's a Ruined Nether Portal. Now, Ruined Nether Portals are important because you can't just get to the Nether itself. Oh, I also have I have a Ruined Nether Portal near my place. Oh, there's a Gyarados. But yeah, you can't just build an obsidian nether portal anywhere. You have to actually go to a ruined nether portal in order to access the ruin. Or in order to access the nether. Okay, so how far north are we now? Wonder if it's going to get cold soon. I can't tell if that's supposed to be like a granite island or something, or if that's snow. I don't think that's snow. I don't really like the green flashing. I don't think that's the greatest like mod interaction right now, and I don't know if that's changeable. We'll see what we can do with that. And we are reaching some colder biomes. I think this is the... What kind of biome is this? Is it gonna say? No, not really at the moment. I think I would like to create an outpost here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish charting here. Follow this path here. Because I don't want to do like a weird split in the route here. And I'm going to create a pathway to this island. How do you get Pokédollars? You get Pokédollars by exchanging relic coins with basically any villager. And then you can also do raid dens. And if you complete those raid dens, they will give you a set amount of Pokédollars. Start charting. Okay, we're going to get in this over here now that we've started to chart. And we're going to hopefully... Oh, it's because I'm cold, right? Or I'm being attacked by Pokemon. No, I'm being attacked by Pokemon. This thing is using Fury Swipes or something, apparently. I think this Bearscuda was attacking me. I'm glad that I was not getting hurt. Too badly. Where am I? This is... What kind of biome is this? Just a plains biome. Normal plains biome. Okay. We'll just call it Outpost. I don't know. I don't know what kind of theme this should be. Oh, but it's not connected? What? Okay, so if it's not connected... Ow. I think I'm gonna have to just fight this thing. Top 3 games that I've played... In general? I mean, Nier Automata is top tier, for one. And then what else? What's a game that I've played a lot of? I don't know. Something that I've just sort of have a really fond memory of is Sonic Adventure Battle 2. I played it on the GameCube. Not that it's necessarily even a good game. It holds a lot of memories for me. Okay, so does that mean that this is now connected? And then I guess there's one other game that I have to choose from. What would I choose? What was a game that I really enjoyed playing, at least recently? I don't know. I'm kind of okay. It did connect. Kind of blanking a little bit. Oh, I'm being attacked. Maybe this is a good time to actually sleep in my sleeping bag. If I have the chance. Can I just teleport home? Thank you. This guy is just not disappearing. Why? Okay, in the meantime, I need to go to the bathroom, so I'll be back in a second. Bathroom break. Amazing. I'll be back. We are back. And somehow my bathroom break has given us 2 more viewers. That's amazing. I should go on more bathroom breaks. Let's see. Can't you put the sleeping bag on the boat? I can't. I don't know if I can on the boat. You should change from journey map to 0. It's better for Cobblemon. I wanted to try out journey map for 1, but also if I had the option, I wouldn't choose 0 or journey map. I would rather have... Oh, Birdoo's on? Oh, hi, Mark. Let's go say hi to Birdoo real quick. Whoa. Okay, I think I have that to the J key. So I have J for the map, and J for apparently whatchamacallit, Punchy. Let's see if Birdoo's over at his base. Is he? Yes, he is. Okay, I'm actually gonna change Punchy's thing. We're gonna go to key J sword inspection. We'll just take that off for now. Where is he? Where am I? Where is the world? Oh, I think he's exploring the pillager area. Okay. Maybe I should leave him alone, or I should just continue to bother him. Yeah, I think I'm gonna bother him. Oh, hi, Mark. I did not hit her.
Hey.
Hi. I can leave you alone, but I just...
Hey, whoever Mark is.
What's it called? There's it's just a terrible movie. Anyway, so I can leave you alone, but I just wanted to say hi, and
hello.
Apparently 57% of my stream viewers didn't know who you were, so now they know.
Wow. Come on, guys. I also did 1 stream for Freedom Frontier so far. But hello Saiho and hello Sion's chat.
Hello.
Okay. Well, hey, I gotta go do things, but you have an amazing stream.
Will do. You not too, but have fun.
Yeah. We're the you know. Let me know when you introduce tornadoes to Freedom Frontiers.
Uh-oh. I don't think I'll need to. I think you'll just know.
Okay. Alright, that's awesome.
Bye.
See you, man.
What a nice guy. But yeah, no, it's that was Birdoo. He likes to do lots of challenge videos and stuff, and I've been a part of a couple of them. So I guess what's next on our journey? But so what I was saying is, as far as the map stuff, I think that mini maps and stuff are good for a certain type of mod pack. For this one, I'm trying to get players to use tools inside of the game versus rely on certain UI stuff. So I used to have the Atlas mod set up. Unfortunately, there were some performance issues that became a pretty big problem. So unfortunately, I had to take that out of the pack. If I go like that. Just trying to see where this... I'm trying not to accidentally make too many paths here. I'm trying to follow this path to the end so I can start making a path from there. And I'm being chased. Now, will we reach the end here? Yeah, I want exclusively a map and not a mini map for the mod pack. So if we're right here and I start chartering this map. Uh-oh. We got water. We got some rain. I got used to it because of Cobbleverse, I guess. It's up to preference. I mean, yeah. I do not want to encourage finding Pokemon through the minimap. So, like, here's the minimap right here. I don't even think the minimap is set up to find Pokemon at the moment, but I know that people would immediately go up to it and try and find all the icons for Pokemon. I would much rather they spend their time playing the game than looking at UI elements. And one way of doing that is this Pokefinder doohickey here that will show where Pokemon are. And if you know what you're looking for, you can even type in certain names. Oh, I really don't want to die. The ocean is a very dangerous place, apparently. But you get what I'm saying. I'd rather them interact with items than just little pieces of UI. So if I have to use an item to pull up some UI, I think that's perfectly fine. As I say, as I accidentally pull up the mini map. I think. Oh yeah, we're definitely running into. Am I going to die? There's no way. Die, right? Okay, so what do I do here? What do I do? We are definitely in a very precarious situation. Do I turn around? I think I turn around. Okay. No. Okay, so I do that, and I start eating to hopefully offset the damage that I'm taking, and I keep going back. And I really need to make sure. Oh no, am I gonna die again? I'm the mod pack author. I shouldn't be dying in my own mod pack. Yeah. Oh no, and my sail was open, so it's gonna do the same thing? Okay, so I'm gonna make it daytime. Here we go again. I think there was a mod that made a magic map that was like a normal Minecraft map, but made a mini map when hell. That would be cool. Like, I would consider maybe something like that, but still, I've been recommended some map mods where you yourself have to kind of like draw on the map a bit. And I think that's really cool because that really encourages the whole idea of I'm a Pokemon Ranger, I'm mapping out areas unexplored versus just having a little doohickey do it for me. It could also be almost like a progression thing as well, where you have to work your way up to more and more technology, which is an interesting concept as well. Not something that I would be focusing on at this very moment. But we definitely learned our lesson that if we go too far north without being properly prepared, there will be consequences. So let's make sure that doesn't happen again. I definitely got as far as I probably would have wanted to, considering that we reached colder biomes, which will give us access to more Pokemon. But I'm probably gonna take this opportunity to go back home and maybe start building some more. Thankfully, I did not die too far away from any kind of checkpoint. Oh wait, is my ship gonna start sailing to me? I think it is. So this isn't gonna be as much of a pain. Is it sailing? It is. Okay, we can catch this. We can do this time. Okay. Stop. 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 Okay, here we go. Oh no. No. Really? No way. No way. No way. No way. No way. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. I thought that was gonna be easy. And I'm getting cold again. Help me out, Frogadier. Get him. Okay, we got that. You've got to be kidding. Wait, okay, so if it travels south, luckily we know what to do here. We're gonna go around and we're gonna cut it off. I can't believe this happened again. Okay, so that is from the old mod that I removed. So it definitely seems like these are chunks that have already been rendered. And this is okay. I mean, we were gonna head back this way eventually anyway to get back to a teleport point to get home. So it's not like we're going too far out of our way, but that whatchamacallit, what's it called? Carvana? The fishy Pokemon that attacked me hit me at just the right moment to keep me from getting back on this ship. So close yet so far. That is very true. Okay, so I'm too close and it's starting to travel again. Yeah, I do kind of wish maybe, I mean, it makes sense that it would start traveling without a person, even with the sails unfurled. But I wish there were some kind of way to prevent that. Can I make this? Am I going to cut it off at the right time? Is this a mistake? Probably. Oh yeah, it's definitely a mistake. Okay, get away from it. Hurry, 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 hurry. Oh, is it gonna run into that? Okay. At least it will run into this landmass, I believe. Yeah, we've already made it all the way over there. Which is good. That just means that there are plenty of opportunities to get our ship back. In fact, I'm just gonna let it run into this island. Come on. We can do it. We can do it. So much work just to get back home. And we're being attacked by a giant Pokemon. Oh no. Run. That's terrifying. It's faster than me. No, don't you dare try and get away from me. There's an old boat. Oh no, how much HP do I have right now? Okay. My boat saved my life. That's amazing. Hello. What level are you? What level is this? Can't even tell. 30? Yeah, that's an issue. Okay, before this gets away from me, let's do that. How far away from our pathway are we? Oh, and I still need to grab my stuff, too. This is such a pain. I'm going to run away from this Pokemon, and I'm going to grab my stuff as soon as possible. Because I don't want it just lying around there. have fled the battle. One thing I do kind of wish that this ship mod had was the ability to interact with your inventory in some way while you're sailing, because I can't swap my hotbar at all right now. So that is a pet peeve that I have. And also this is the only ship mod that is available for my version that I am comfortable using. Oh, is that really how far away my death is? I mean, it's not too bad. I can also just kind of, lean back a little bit, relax, crack a couple bones in my back, because I'm getting old. 500 blocks away, enjoying the scenery. Okay, so that's kind of cool that you can do that. I wish there was also access to like crafting as well. In fact, yeah, I wish these were a little bit more modular. Don't forget the pokey snack for Oreo. Oh wait, yeah, are the cats fed? Oh, they are. They are. Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good. Oreo has received his pokey snack. What is that? I'm actually really excited to see what kind of structures are underneath the water. I'm just not prepared yet to get that going. Okay, we have finally gotten our stuff back, and I'm immediately turning around. Because we're already getting chased by another Pokemon. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is very manageable if you have the right materials. And that was the intention as well. I'm gonna swap out my charting map. Just that way I can see the previous paths that I've made. But yeah, it's definitely manageable if you're heading north and you have, let's say, wool armor. I don't have a fire type Pokemon. I wonder if you would run into, because the biomes are going to be warmer to the south, I wonder if that matters as far as how many Pokemon spawn. Hey, so does Modpack have custom trainers, or is it the default RCT NPCs? It has neither. There are plans on adding some sort of like dungeons and stuff that would have potentially trainer battles, but definitely boss Pokemon. We don't have the power to do that as of right now, and I don't believe, it's my personal opinion, that Radical Trainers does not fit the theme of this pack as of right now, and it's pretty much that besides, what's it called? There's another mod that is slipping my mind at the top of my head that adds trainers, but it's not quite what I'm looking for as of right now. It's still in the beta stage, this other mod. Dang, what's it called? Let me look this up real quick. I know it's been mentioned in this stream before. Is it a mod right now? Trainer. Is it a mod or is it a data pack right now? Fierce Competition. I didn't even see it in my research, but I just remember it triggered a memory. Yeah, Fierce Competition. It seems very, very promising. Still in the beta stage, so either beta or alpha. So I'm not comfortable putting something in that could change a lot over time because I don't want to like ruin people's worlds and stuff like that. But that is essentially the type of stuff that I would want to put in the mod pack for trainers and stuff. What biome mods does the mod pack have? It's so in the overworld, it just has technically the default biomes. So any biomes that you see, it's not going to be tagged as modded, but the generation is different. I think this is William Withers overhauled biomes. So it doesn't change. It keeps the vanilla biome tag, but it makes each of those biomes look different. Yeah, William Withers overhauled overworld. And I wanted specifically that to keep a little bit of lag there. I wanted that to keep the compatibility with Cobblemon, because yes, there are compatibility patches and built-in compatibility with Cobblemon spawning conditions, but it's a lot easier to manage if it's just vanilla tags as well. And then we have is it better nether? I think it's better nether for the nether, and then better end for the end. But specifically a community edition of it. So that way there's some more bug fixes and stuff for the version of Minecraft that we are running. No is fierce competition 1v1 or 2v2? Yeah, it's 1v1. I also love 2v2 a lot. Okay, so another question, is it okay to buy any plan on making... Okay, so another question, if it's okay. Any plan on making Pokemon get experience while fighting with you against the mobs? I haven't thought too much about that yet. I mean, it's not necessarily a bad idea, but there's balancing issues to consider, which isn't like absolutely atrocious to worry about, considering that there is a level cap. I don't know if there's specifically a mod out there that does that. I know that Fight or Flight allows you to get experience if the Pokemon are fighting other Pokemon outside of battle, but I don't know if that's necessarily the case for mobs themselves. But as far as going north, the solution is pretty simple. Just get wool armor. But I do think that it won't provide enough protection as of right now. So I could either enchant the wool armor with like protection and stuff, or I could enchant iron armor or even diamond armor with... I think there's enchantments that allow you to deal with your climate. But for the time being, I just needed to... I'm not going to be able to keep up with the level progression by exploring that far up. I just wanted to have the ability to travel to a higher level if I need to. So we're doing exactly what we need to be doing anyway. But yeah, you guys are free to ask as many questions as you want. I don't mind. Definitely building up a good stockpile of apricorns as well. Okay, so this is white apricorns, red. I think this is blue. Yes. Got lots of potatoes now, which is great. So I'm going to cook up some more of these potatoes for baked potatoes, because as of right now, it's the best source of food. And I might as well start making some charcoal as well. So I have sticks. I can turn those sticks into charcoal by burning logs. How's my map looking? I'm gonna get rid of these death points too, because I don't want to look like a total noob, and they're just kind of they're just kind of getting a little cumbersome to look at. Remove. So we got the nether portal. We have our mine shaft. We could go mining. It looks like it could be some pink apricorns right there. But as far as how far north we made it, so this is where things start getting cold. Which is a decent distance. It's fine. I've had a lot of excitement from traveling that far, so I think I'm going to spend a little bit of time doing some construction planning. I'm also not in the bathroom anymore, so I don't... So let's just do that. Okay, so now we can cook a full stack of potatoes. Man, if we can find a... where would we find a fire-type Pokemon? If I were a fire-type Pokemon, where would I be? I mean, in the nether, yes, but I'm definitely not ready for the nether. I could get some leaf armor and just kind of swoop in, but the Pokemon levels are going to be pretty high. What if you could do Pokemon battles against vanilla mobs? There is a mod for that, actually. I forget what it's called off the top of my head. That would be interesting, but it's not exactly the vibe that I'm going for either. Desert, duh, yeah. I might want to do some, maybe next to the nether portals. That could be it. I don't think that spawn conditions are set up in that way as of right now, but I do want to add my own spawn conditions to where certain Pokemon do spawn in certain areas a little bit more thematically. So, and I do believe that's possible to, whatchamacallit. I do think it's possible to have certain Pokemon spawn around certain blocks. So obviously if there's like Netherrack... Well, actually, I wonder if there is a spawn condition for specifically for Netherrack. Pokenav. And I do want to make a Pokenav as well. So at this point, going into the nether is possible, but I'm definitely not quite ready for that. I do have all the materials to make a Pokenav, so maybe I'll try and do that. But yeah, desert is definitely a possibility, so I could go on another adventure south to try and find a desert biome. That would help us go north. So I kind of like the whole concept of that, where going south will help you go north, and going north will help vice versa. How are my levels looking as well? Oh yeah, I went over there to... Y'all distracted me. I went over there to pick up some more logs so I can make some more charcoal. Eventually, I want to... What do I want to do? I want to add more spawn conditions for... like the nether and better nether biomes, because I want paradox Pokemon from the past to spawn more consistently there, and then paradox Pokemon from the future to spawn in the end. I think that's kind of a cool concept, thematically and otherwise. So for Professor Porker's Professor Porker's suggestion, we might go south at some point. There's some type of nature's compass type mod in here that can help the player find specific biomes or structures. No, and I actually don't plan on adding something like that in there, especially considering... So, think of it this way. Nature's compass helps you find certain biomes because those biomes are hard. It's hard to find specific biomes because they're randomly generated. In this mod pack, the more further north you go, the colder the biomes get. The more south you go, the warmer they get. So it's much more easy. It's much easier to find biomes consistently. And then it's not difficult to find certain biomes in the nether because there's not too many different biomes, and then same for the end. So, can legendary Pokemon spawn naturally? Yes, they can. And then I am not surprised, Porker, that you found a level 8 Raging Bolt in your playthrough. That is something that I need to fix for the next update, to where, one, I don't want them to spawn in the overworld in general. I'd rather have them spawn in the nether in the end, especially to like make it more, having more of a reason to go to those dimensions besides just a one-off thing. But yes, I do also want to make it to where they don't follow the normal spawn conditions of this pack, to where like the further you go, like I want them to spawn at the level they're supposed to instead of be influenced by the fact that they can spawn at level 8 versus what they're supposed to spawn at. It is cool to run into them for sure, but not ideal. So now that we've done that, I think I'm going to start planning out again some structures. And with that, maybe I should make a couple of signs and place down and start kind of like naming the areas that I'm going to place certain structures that I want to make. Oh, and if you're still here, Porker, yes, so I did run into, so like, here's your your primal battlegrounds or whatever. Here, I think there was one around here, and maybe I think I ran into at least another one, I think around here. So they definitely are pretty consistent. And again, I have this Structurify mod that messes with spacing. Worker dungeon. Primal battle. Ancient battlegrounds, that's what it's called. If I were to override the settings, okay, yeah, so the spacing is supposed to be the default for the original mod. I don't know why, but I feel the end suits future Paradox Pokemon well, but the Nether doesn't really feel like ancient Pokemon. Normally, I would agree with you for the end, or for the Nether, but with better end, they add sort of almost like these tropical biomes, and I wanted to cement the theme that the Nether isn't necessarily like the place, you know, a hell dimension, but more so, where did that come from? But more so like it's the Earth's core. That's the theme that I'm trying to create. And I think out of all of the biome mods, better Nether definitely sets that up. Okay, so we'll just call this a house here. I'm about to be chased by another zombie. House. And we'll figure out what these specific structures are going to be in a second. Another house. MD. House. Spider. dead. I don't know. Okay, so I think, let's see here. What kind of buildings would be in a harbor town? So definitely need like we need someone who would be a fisherman, we'll say. About over here. We'll still let's build up a normal town, but have it be like coastal theme. So we'll go. Whatchamacallit? We'll go blacksmith. Can be here a little bit further away from the actual river / ocean. Sick reference, bro. Yeah, I love. If you're talking about House MD, yeah, I love. I'm rewatching it right now. What else would we want? Leather worker. Let's make our own village. Let's actually recruit some villagers here too. I like that idea. That means maybe you could do a poke market that also sells fish. Marketplace. I love that. Actually, that's a great idea. I think we need a lot of space for a marketplace, so we'll have that be sort of in the center of the town. So, marketplace. And that means we're going to need to do some terraforming there as well. While we get attacked by a Geodude and a zombie at the same time. Thank you. This is amazing. Black Augurite. That would be kind of cool to... I think Black Augurites mean that you can evolve a Scizor into a... whatchamacallit, the other one. Dang, what's it called? I forget. Shipping port structure may be important as many harbor towns get imports first. That is also true. Shipping port structure. So, if that's the case, I think logically, especially since this is kind of a river, there would probably be... I probably would... Let's see here. Boom. So all along here... I probably would, like, the ships would come in. Actually, or would they set up here? I think the ships would, like, we can create some sort of dock here, a pathway here, and then this is where all of the people would set up shop and live. So that's kind of cool. And then we'll build some sort of pasture block habitat in this area here. Because we're going to need a lot of different farms that are going to be auto-farmed by Cobblemon. So, what else do we need? We would need... I want to set up a... I might have to end stream soon because I'm starting to fizzle out a little bit. My brain gets overstimulated over time for sure. But this might be a decent spot to kind of end off on, just because we know what we're going to do for next stream / video. And if that is the case, then I think I might actually, yeah, I think I'm going to end the stream here, just so I can recover. But thank you guys. I mean, it seems like there was a lot of people here who were consistently watching, and I appreciate y'all, so thank you. I fancy an aquarium with Pokemon. I could do an aquarium too. I'll have to write this stuff down and revisit this stream. These are all amazing ideas, so thank you. But I'll try and be a little bit more... whatchamacallit. I'll just try and plan out a stream a little bit better, so that way everybody knows that I'm going to be on. This was kind of a off-the-cuff type thing. Intentional, that's what I wanted to say. But for the time being, yeah. Thank you guys for staying tuned and all the shenanigans that happened. And I will talk to you guys later. Maybe I'll stream a little bit later today. Probably not. But definitely within the next few days, I'm going to stream again. So feel free to hop on our Discord. Maybe I'll just send a link real quick to our Discord for those of you who aren't in here. to server. Let's see. Edit invite link. We'll make that never expire. Generate link. Copy. Paste. Yeah, definitely come by the stream next time and we can start building up this port town together, because I definitely need ideas, but the ideas that I've been getting have been fire, so thank you guys. But yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Feel free to subscribe so that way you can check out the stream next time. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.